And we're so excited to showcase what we've been working on. Our first meet, you could really feel the fans into it. To have that fan support right off the bat is amazing. We could really feel it down there while we were competing, and hopefully we can continue to build that.
Our first meet in Littlejohn was insane. The crowd, the 8,000 people that came out, I just cannot believe that many people came, and we appreciate everyone's support so much.
Being a part of the first ever gymnastics in Clemson means the whole world to me, and being a part of this team is something that I've dreamed of. The level of support and just how special the people here in the athletic department of Clemson in general, it's like nowhere I've ever been, and I'm just so grateful to be here and be given the opportunity.
Perlman, Sam Pesek back with you. And Sam, it really speaks to what Amy Smith has been able to do in this year getting the program ready, that they have hit the ground running so strong.
Oh, she has a team that is bought in. They are hungry to not just compete, but to be legendary for this program. They put in the work. They have learned so many new upgrades. They've been adaptable throughout this season, and it's really just the beginning for this Clemson team.
And what a time it is to be a Tiger in terms of women's sports. They've added 3 programs since 2020, all of them having so much success. Softball hosting an NCAA regional last year. Women's lacrosse in their inaugural season was ranked in the top 25 as well. And they are certainly investing in their women's athletes, I'll say.
Well, check out this Clemson Gymnastics facility. They moved in early October, and they got to train in this beautiful facility. This is top-notch, everybody. It's incredible. Look how much space they have with a team of about 20 gymnasts. This is a dream right here.
Everything is pointing to even more success for Clemson as their history goes on, as it is a great start for them over Pittsburgh with a big lead after 1 rotation. Clemson to bars, Pitt to vault when we return. Duke facing Louisville, followed at 9. BC taking on Virginia Tech. Both games also available on the ESPN app. And the Blue Devils looking to bounce back from their loss to Pitt. Doesn't happen very often at Cameron Indoor, but it did yesterday. And the Panthers trying to continue that momentum after 1 rotation. Big lead for Clemson. Trinity Brown certainly the highlight. And Sam, that bodes really well for the Tigers because they are about to go to their highest ranked apparatus in bars. A 49.225 last week, and they got the exact same lineup, ranked number 15 in the country already in that event.
Yeah, they've been dialing in those landings in practice, and so I expect to see an even bigger score on bars than last weekend. We saw that trending in the right direction on vault as well, so it's an exciting meet so far.
Julie Matzo in the leadoff spot for Pitt.
Yurchenko layout full. She took a step forward. I'd like to see her take a step in the correct direction, which means over-rotating. She opened up. Sometimes you going for the stick leads you to make that kind of mistake.
Clemson leads off with Rebecca Wells at a 9.725. Earlier on in her first event on vault. She'll compete in the all-around today.
And she was really crucial in this lineup last weekend. She stuck her dismount, and it really started the trend of being contagious. Let's see if she can do it again. Tuck full in. Not quite the same stuck position as last week, but big difficulty with the full in. Tuck full in. It was a controlled landing, just not quite the stick that she was wanting.
So here's Lucia Jacob following up the 9.65 from Matzo. Only competing vault, she actually added a full just this week.
Former Canadian national team member, good body position in the air. And again, I'm saying it on repeat, it's just those landings. So the next step after getting comfortable with a new skill is focusing on the details, absorbing the mat and building up your air awareness.
Jackson will follow up Rebecca Wells here with a 9.825 last week. Part of this bars team, listen to this, already ranked higher than Utah, Minnesota, Missouri, and Florida. Those are the type of numbers that they are putting up at the beginning of their program's history.
Yeah, Amy Smith told us about how she felt watching their bars rotation, and she said stick after stick. She just looked at him and said, that's my team. And she's an intense, passionate coach as it is, so I love seeing her in the corner of the screen. If you get a glimpse of her, she's usually high energy and the first cheerleader to high five her athletes.
Coming over from Utah State, 5 seasons as the head coach there for the former UCLA All-American and national champion. Sam, what are the judges looking for here on bars?
Of course, those handstand positions. You want to see aggressive to that vertical position. Release moves. You want good, clean release moves and nice distance away from the bar when you catch. And of course, those dismounts to a clean, controlled, and stuck landing.
Eva's gotten the go-ahead from the judges. Rebecca Wells' score in at a 9.65. So we have seen 3 gymnasts go so far in the second rotation for both teams combined. All of them 9.65s.
Big straddle Jaeger. Of course, the judges are looking for a Jaeger release move that's above the bar. She got the job done there. Big, difficult, tuck full in dismount. Not quite a stick, but again, they're pushing the difficulty, and I like to see that. Check out how high above the bar she gets. Straddled Jaeger directly into that overshoot combination for bonus there. Into the tuck full in. Does a nice job spotting the ground, just didn't quite get the stick.
Sierra Ward, 5th-year gymnast from Maryland.
Another Yurchenko full, and if you're wondering what's a Yurchenko, it's a roundup onto the board, back handspring onto the table. Yurchenko is referred to the pre-flight of a vault.
Ward was an Eagle All-Tournament teamer on vault last year. That's the former conference that Pitt competed in, and now moving over to the ACC with 4 schools competing gymnastics as we add Clemson into the fold. ACC gets to sponsor gymnastics for the first time, and what a conference it should be as well, with Clemson, Pitt, NC State, and North Carolina. What a future this young woman has. The redshirt freshman Lily Lippett from Ohio won the bars title with a 9.9 in her first ever collegiate routine. It was the first score of 9.9 or better in Clemson history, happening last week.
Yeah, and I'm particularly excited to watch this athlete in college. I followed her elite career, and she was always so fun to watch, very dynamic. And what you're going to notice about her is her amazing technique across the board. Starting with those aggressive cast handstands. Nice job holding that position. Legs glued together on that combination. She does a nice job pushing down on the bar when she goes for the handstands. Finishing double back. Again, not quite the stick that they saw last week, but super clean across the board throughout this routine. Nice release move straight into what we call a pack salto release move from high to low.
Lippett already a 3-time USA national team member, working on Eve Jackson's 9.825, and now Shruti Anand.
Front pike half. Coaches say she got stronger from week 1 to week 2, getting more comfortable competing this vault. This one starts from a 10.0, similar to the Yurchenko 1.5.
A non-transferring from NC State before this year, along with Clemson's Lauren Rutherford, former teammates with the Wolfpack. So far, Clemson can still drop that 9.65 from Rebecca Wills in the leadoff spot. Thursday here on ACC Network and the ESPN app, a women's hoops doubleheader starts at 6 Eastern. Florida State and Duke, followed at 8 when Miami faced Stacia Kelly at number 23, North Carolina on Thursday. Excited to see Caitlin DeGuzman make her ACC debut. We've been watching her for years, the grad student from Dallas, transferring in from Kentucky for Clemson's inaugural season.
Starting off with another Strahler-Jaeger. Wow, the fight on that release move. She was extremely far away from the bar, was able to get the catch and make the combination difficult to do. Love to see these athletes fighting through those routines and finishing with a difficult double layout. Look at how far away from the bar she was, really using those go-go gadget arms to make the combination. Excellent work from her, finishing double layout dismount to a controlled landing.
DeGuzman was the final gymnast to commit to Team 1, and Amy was so happy when she did. Julia Bedminster.
Nice technique off the vault table. Yurchenko layout full. Good body positions in the air.
She transferred in from LIU, the program record holder on vault with a 9.875. Had a 9.8 last week.
Yeah, and this is still an event that Pittsburgh is developing depth. So they're pushing those numbers in the gym to hopefully have some more optionality throughout this season with their athletes.
Final words of wisdom here from Eric Lewis. Lewis, the associate under Amy Smith at Utah State, took him over to Clemson to start this program, and now Lauren Rutherford. Waiting on DeGuzman's score to come in, and here it is, a 9.8, very solid. Rutherford went 9.825 last week against William and Mary. A big win for the Tigers in their first meet in program history. 3 scores at 9.8 or better, counting at the moment here, Sam.
Strong release move. Coaches said that they were really impressed across the board with how aggressive their handstands were. I'm seeing that show up here in today's competition as well. But no sticks on bars yet today. Will this be the first one?
Hard to tell. I think she got it, though.
Let's see one more look. Did her feet move? A little bit.
Yeah.
They moved together. They're not going to give her the stick, but again, it's minimal deductions on that dismount.
Here's Kennedy Duke to anchor Pitt on vault.
Another Yurchenko layout full to finish this lineup. And again, shy on the rotation, which is why she had to take a little step forward there.
Duke was all Eagle, first team on vault last year. At the moment in 9.65, one of them from either Matzo or Jacob is going to go away as we wait on Duke's score. Just one more gymnast to go in the second rotation. That's Trinity Brown, anchoring bars for Clemson. A lot of teaching moments here in season number 1 for Casey Jo McPherson. It doesn't happen overnight, Sam, and even Clemson, I mean, yes, they came out of the gate strong, but 6 transfers coming in from Utah State with Amy Smith. She had an entire year to work with them and upgrade skills before they competed.
Trinity Brown is hot coming off of that vault rotation. Hoping she anchors in a similar fashion here. Big double layout dismount. And you can see it on her face. They've been working on the sticks. Didn't quite show up in the meet here today. And sometimes when you go too hard for those sticks, you end up taking a step you might not have otherwise done. But nice double layout. You see that leg separation. We're working on keeping those legs together and spotting that ground.
Kennedy Duke's score came in as a 9.775, so it's a rotation score of 48.75 for Pitt on vault as we wait on Browns to close out Clemson. We are joined by Pittsburgh first-year head coach Casey Joe McPherson. Casey, welcome to the ACC. Every real team can say that at this point, but what has the experience been like for you since coming over to the Panthers?
It's been awesome. It's been super exciting. We're really glad to have ACC Gymnastics getting started. There's tons of energy within the conference. We're just excited to show everyone what we've got.
You put up some solid numbers. I know you guys are working on building that consistent landings and also the depth. What are you seeing from your team here tonight?
Yeah, I'm seeing tons of energy, and that's something we really wanted to have coming in here. Lots of excitement, and really just trusting in our gymnastics. We had a great week of training, so we're wanting to take steps forward each week.
Coach, thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Casey Joe tasked with leading the Panthers into the ACC. What makes her the right fit for Pitt? Well, her gymnast will tell you when we come back to Little John Coliseum. We are halfway home of our first dual ACC meet here on ACC Network.